What up, what up, what up? This is your girl La, and welcome to another episode of Whatever You Say. If you're tuned in today, that must mean you're curious, you're open minded, and you're ready to learn something new. This is a space for open perspective, deep conversations, and for educating the race. So buckle up and let's go on this journey together. Yeah, it's whatever you say. It's whatever you say. Hey guys, it's your girl La. And like I said, welcome to another episode of Whatever You Say. I'm so excited for today's show. But before we get started, y'all already know what time it is. It's time to go on that Facebook Live, Whatever You Say page and share to your immediate pages. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And like I said, every other Wednesday, I'm looking for an assistant. So hit me up because your girl got to do what she got to do until we get a crew. So I'm going on my Facebook, whatever you say, Facebook like page, and I'm going to share this live to my immediate page. So I'm just going to share more options, copy, and then I'm going to my page and I'm typing we're live. All right. All right, here we go. I'm super excited. Super excited. Okay, here we go. So, as you guys know, today's show is called Leading with Elegance. And what better ways to start it off with a woman that I met recently? Shout out to my girl Rebecca for putting me on to her. And shout out to my Caucasian sister Rebecca because she is following a sister, and I was like, I know that's right, Rebecca. I know she's watching tonight. She says she's excited about this show, and shout out to you, Rebecca. And you could write a comment if you would like to as well. But this woman, not only is she a prayer warrior, an entrepreneur, and a diva herself. Without further ado, let's open up the room for your girl herself, Larissa Barclay. Let's give a hand clap. Let's give a hand clap. Hey,
Woo! Hey,
how are you today?
oh, I am absolutely amazing.
I think that this is a really good show for you. Even though you're not like a small business, honey, you come from humble beginnings. And I think that it's going to teach a lot of us ladies, young ladies, just women in general, about leading with elegance. So before we get into the questions, I want to give you the stage right now just to introduce yourself and to let the people know about yourself. Here you go.
Well, hello, everybody. First and foremost, I am super excited and honored to be asked to come on here, especially for such an amazing topic. Pillow Talk, I just like the name. I always seen you kind of chime in on my morning show and just your comments and everything. And then when I began to go and navigate through your pages, I was like, oh, this girl got it going on. So I'm excited about that. I love the movement and everything that you're doing. And I am just Dr. Louisa Barclay is my honorary doctorate, and I tell you, I have been in the industry of entrepreneurship for many, many years. And I tell people all the time, and I just love the brag. My mom says, "Why you tell people your age?" I do because I tell you, I'm youthful and timeless at any age. That's so the affirmation that I say. I am 50 years old. So with that being said, I've been around the block. I'm like the kids say, I spin the block a little bit. So with that being said, I'm excited and I love encouraging others and inspiring others. So I just believe I'm at the right place at the right time.
Yes, period. And listen, like you definitely came into my life at the right time because one of the ladies that I met from my community, she put me on to you, and I was like, hold
Oh,
on,
this is fun.
you over here watching a sister. Okay. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. And then like ever since then I just admire you. And whenever I can't watch your shows in the morning, if I'm working, I just chime in later. And it's just so inspirational, especially the prayers that you put out, just how you align, just things that we go through in life with
Yeah.
God's word. And I appreciate that and see how successful you are. And for you to be a Christian as well as just tops the cake as well. So how about we get into the questions?
Listen, I love it. I love it because You have a spirit of excellence, if it's okay to say that. We're talking about leading with elegance in class, and I want to say this. I want to disclose that you do lead with elegance in class. I love the fact that you give your guest the questions already, so I was able to already write my questions down and have my answers already in my other little gadget here. So if y'all see me look down, that's because I was prepared. Come on. I was prepared because you prepared me. So I just think that is amazing. So anybody that say that they don't like them questions, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Thank you, Queen. That means a lot coming from you. So, everyone that's tuned in today, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in every other Wednesday. I'm going to start trying to take it up a notch and make it every Wednesday, but be patient with me, as being a mamapreneur, we got to do what we got to do in the midst of trying to incorporate our dreams into this lifestyle. So, yes, let's get into the questions. What inspired you to choose leadership as your area of focus?
Well, honestly, for me, I believe that when you love the fact of just inspiring people and helping people, and helping them just really achieve their full potential, leadership just comes natural. I totally believe, but I kind of don't feel like I chose leadership. I feel like leadership chose me.
Mm,
I really feel like it chose me because I am who I am, authentic. I'm authentic, and it's just who I am. I love to help people. I want to inspire them. I want to make a profound impact. I want to be effective. You
mm,
know, I
mm,
want people to be able to say, "That's it. Thank you, Coach Barclay," or "Thank you, Larissa."
mm.
You ain't got to have no title, nothing. Just, "Hey, thank you, girl. I appreciate that, man or woman." So, that's one of the reasons why I chose leader. Well, leadership chose me.
Well, I like that answer. I like that. It was like you was called to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Just living in your calling. I know that's right.
Yes.
Listen, can we get a hand clap for that, honey? Because I'm just walking in my purpose. I woke up like this. Period. Period.
Amen. Leadership allows you to combine, your emotions, your feelings, along with your skills
Mm.
and things that you've done and you've been through. So you're able to implement that by helping people. And if you're bold enough and willing and able to implement that, then you're a leader.
I like that because, like, I was scared for a long time. I'm now starting to boldly walk into leadership.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. Like, the unknown is very scary. Let me take this question off because we'll get to that later. But we live, so it's whatever. So, walking into it is like very scary, and it's very impactful when I see women such as yourself,
Mm-hmm.
just like doing it with elegance, just doing it gracefully. It's like, okay, I can do this too. I can do this too. And he didn't give us a spirit of fear. God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So it's just like, if I believe in his word, it's just like I gotta walk in that thing. And I know that he's gonna be by my side. And even if trials and tribulations do come, at least I'll learn from those things. I'm supposed to take what I've learned from it and keep applying
Yes.
it to my life. So I'm grateful to see things like I seen you open up your building, and it
Yes.
was like inspiring. I'm like, look at her. Like I just been growing ever since in a time span that I followed you. I'm just like, you're just elevating. You're just continually elevating, and it's so inspiring. And I'm like, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal journey as a female entrepreneur and how you have navigated the challenges that come with it?
Well, my personal journey as a female entrepreneur has been not peaches and cream. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Every successful person been through some stuff. Every successful person had humble beginnings, even the ones that like they say the Hiltons, a silver spoon in their mouth. Trust me, when you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna have some issues. It's just there. It's just what it's gonna be. There is no progress without a process, period. And with that being said, my personal journey, just as an entrepreneur, period, female or male, has been like, man, just trying to, just when you knowing that you what you kill what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you don't get a check every week or every 2 weeks or every month, that is like what you kill is what you eat. And if you don't kill nothing, then you don't eat nothing. Okay.
Mm,
So it's even more of a challenge when you are a wife and when you are a mother and then when you're a sibling and all of that, and you have to be available
mm,
and wear many multiple hats for everybody, because you're looked at as the problem solver. You're looked at as the one that's going to keep everything together. And as a female entrepreneur, you're trying to keep your team together, your staff together. Then you're trying to keep your family together. It can get really hectic on a human being. Okay, it can get really hectic on a human being. But what keeps me grounded Hmm, is God. My
mm.
God. Okay. That's why I do the Get Up show, because you can't do anything without him. I don't care what
Exactly.
title you have, how much money you got to go back to God. So that's the a little bit of my personal journey is I always been a hustler. I'm from Miami, Florida, Dade County, if anybody know about that.
Mhm.
And I was always, my mom and dad, they worked. They always worked. I never even seen anybody, in my family that had their own business.
Mm,
It just was something that was in me. And that's why I say I didn't choose leadership, it chose me. I remember back when I was a kid, and a lot of things start from when we were young. And
mm,
when I was in high school, my mom had brought home boxes and boxes of M&Ms and sneakers and all that kind of stuff, and I immediately knew that this was free. I can go to school and I can make money off of it. And
yep.
that's what I did. So I began to sell that. Then I love trinkets, I love bling, I love jewelry. I started taking that money, I went to buying that, found a wholesale spot as
Mm,
a
mm.
teenager.
Wow.
Bought that. I would run. I would walk in, because I was always a cheerleader. I was always bubbly. I would walk in salons and say, "Hi, I have accessories," and I would make a lot of money
Uh-huh.
doing that. And then I still would, because of my parents, go work a job, a job. Okay, and I would work that job, but I would always have that hustle on the side. So having my journey of being an entrepreneur was when I was introduced to, my first husband, because I was married twice.
Mhm.
Introduced my first husband. He was making some really good money, and we went to like something called the flea market. For those know what a flea market is, and there's a flea market in Florida, and I'm really dating myself. We had beepers and cellular phones.
Speakers. Yes.
So we went and we opened up a beeper and cellular shop. So
Oh,
my yeah, we had a beeper and cellular shop in there, and that same hustle mentality, I was bringing them in. I was calling
wow.
them, hey, I got those beepers. Hey, I got your cell phone. Come get it. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
And from that, we just begin to just elevate, and I just began to have a business. And my second husband, we ended up getting a restaurant
Oh,
in
nice.
Miami, Florida. Then we moved here to Atlanta and got another restaurant here. So I've always just been doing businesses, but when I decided to come from off my job, it really was when I got in network marketing. It
Mhm.
was really when I got in something called network marketing, back when they had Body Magics. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was when I made my first six figures in less than a year with
Wow.
network marketing. All right. So any direct selling company, it's up to you. It could be any company. I'm not branding or promoting anybody's company right now. But what I'm saying is a direct selling company is where you build your residual income. Is another way, one way of building residual income. And so with that being said, I was able to do that, and I completely stepped away from the job arena. And then from there, I was doing my network marketing with the funds that I had. It allowed me to open up the businesses that I desired. Okay, so I opened up a boutique called All Things Bling, where I had a lot of bags, purses, jewelry, all things bling, and that's what I did. And I just it kind of began to elevate from there. But was it easy? Absolutely not.
Mm,
Was it tough? Was it? But I didn't go through. What I can say is I didn't go through, because I guess I found my lane. I didn't
mhm.
go through the stereotype with men, because I was in the lane where it wasn't any competition. Men didn't want to sell no accessories.
Right.
you
Right.
know And then with the business, I was in business with him. So with the restaurant, I was in business with him, but I didn't have that. But as far as the challenges, the ups and downs, the times when, you got everything going out and no money coming in, okay,
Mhm.
and those times, but that's everybody. But what you do is what I learned as I got older and more mature is you always got to have some put to the side. You always have to have your kitty. And then I opened my tax company. And when I opened my tax company, by default, and if I'm talking too much on this topic,
Oh, go ahead.
when I
Listen.
when I opened my tax company, because it's just coming back to me as I'm talking to you. When I opened up my tax company back, it was like, wait a minute, because I was doing taxes before, but when I decided to open up a company, man, that happened by default because I was making so much money in network marketing. They began to scare me and tell me they was going to start garnishing my checks because I wasn't reporting the income. Now I'm being transparent.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then I had paid people to amend my taxes and get it right. I didn't even know what amendment was or none of that stuff. I didn't even know that they could get it. But when I learned how that went, and I began to do my own research and do my own thing, I began to dissect it. And that's when I said, hey, I can do this as a business. Okay. If it make money, it makes sense. So I began to do it as a business, open up my own tax company. And when I opened up my own tax company, I was actually just working under someone. And the very next year, I was able to have my own, of course, along with some partners, able to have my own. And now I have franchises all over the United States, franchise all over the United States. But it wasn't easy. Okay. I never forget working under somebody. And I asked her, she said, come on, I need you to go. Because she knew I was a recruiter. She knew I could bring the people. She knew I had the energy. And I asked her, and I never forget that, but I'm glad she did it. And I said, could you help me? I said, could you help me? And she said, Google it. And I was like, what? After you practically begged me to come and do the business and I was scared, you got me over here. Now I'm in here. You're going to tell me to Google it. And then it was some other things that began to trickle down and happen from that. And I knew then, if it's meant to be, it's up to me, Larissa. You better do it. So I had to dig and research. And now I have several businesses, and that's how I elevated. And that's why you seen them open up the building that you seen here in Stockbridge, because I bought a home here in 22, and then I brought my business from the Atlanta area over here to this area as well. So I hope that helped, but it ain't easy.
Yes. Honestly, I just grabbed so many gems from that. When you said something about starting when you were younger and selling candy. I can resonate with that because my mom, when I was younger, she gave my sister and I candy, and we used to bring it to school, and we just was selling it. So, and then I went to a school. The schools that I went to, for some reason, God just kept placing me in schools where it was like teaching you how to be entrepreneur. We had like market days, so we would have own items and stuff. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is just like you said, like it came to you. It's not, it's something that you were like born into, basically. So like, it's all about just walking into it. So just sharing those gems of like how it's not easy, but look at you, you're still pushing and striving regardless of the adversities that came into your life. You're like, I'm just going to keep on pushing and going, because like, even with the hard times, I'm still standing. He didn't put me through too much that I couldn't bear. I learned some things from it. I learned where my lane was. I learned what worked for me. Maybe something did not work and it didn't stand, but like, look where I'm at right now. And now those other businesses could have been franchises, but they're not. This is the franchise that you have right now. It's like, okay, you just kept going regardless. And it's like, you found your lane and you're sticking to that, and it's multiplying.
Burning rubber.
Multiplying. So like, that's inspiring right there.
Yes.
What unique strengths do you think women bring to leadership roles in the business world?
Well, of course, one of the strengths is nurturing, of course, because we're natural nurturers, all right? And the business world is so cold. It could be so cold, and so people could be such an island. But to the business world, women are needed for the nurturing part of it. Sometimes we could be too much in our feelings and be too emotional. I do agree with that, but it's still needed for balance, if that makes sense. I think it still needs for a balance. Another thing is women, we just kind of go hard. Like when we want something, we going to get it.
Right.
And not saying men don't, but it's something about a woman, baby. When we want it, we going to get it. And there's nothing or no one that's going to stop us. And that's another thing that we bring to in leadership roles in the business world. And then again, with the nurturing aspect of it, having, being a mother or being, an aunt or a godmom or grandma, just that alone, we can understand different areas of people's feelings and their emotions, and we can kind of bring a little bit of compassion to the business world that brings a little balance, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. And I always say we're like the human octopus.
Hmm.
If,
Yeah.
if God created us to be like these Proverb 31 women, like who had so many attributes to her, so many jobs, it was like
Hmm.
we're already created for them. We're already like ready for
Right.
whatever task. Like like if, especially if you're a mom, you're gonna make sure your child gets fed.
Oh yeah.
So in that business, it's like your baby. If you're treating it like your baby and that nurturing that you're talking about, you're like, no,
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure, like you said, you can't eat. You gotta you can't
But you feel what you eat.
yeah, you kill what you eat. So it's just like, if it's not killed, then you can't eat it. So like we make
And,
sure.
and women have that, not to cut you off, but women have that nurture piece comes in there with, you know what, you ain't killed nothing, but I'm gonna still give you a little something just to give you some energy so you can go kill something. The
Right.
other men probably be like, man, you ain't do nothing, you're gonna starve. That makes
Right.
sense.
And some of them break down under pressure when they go broke. If something happens, their world sometimes fall
Yep.
apart. Nothing against the guys, but I've seen it happen a lot of times. A
Oh
man's
yeah,
ego. It's a lot
they
of things that
pressure bust pipes with them.
yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah,
But with us, it's like, okay, I find this as a challenge. This is a problem solver right here. Always been a good problem solver. I'm gonna make sure I get it done. Like period.
absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. How can feminine leadership help to create more inclusive and diverse workplace? Well, you were like touching base on that, like as far as like the emotional aspect,
Mhm.
yeah, understanding to other people's
Yeah,
emotions.
just
You
the
wanna-
empathetic communication styles that we bring. The leaders, we adapt. Our approach is a little different. We listen more, that makes it a little bit more diverse. That was one of the questions that I actually wrote down because I wanted to answer that correctly.
Right,
Um, Another thing is the collaboration and team building that we bring to the table. Most women, feminine leadership often emphasizes on collaboration. We emphasize off collaborations, like, let's come together, let's make let's make this thing happen. When I ain't trying to man bash, I don't know if y'all can see me, but they like to be on the island. They like to be on the island by themselves. The emotional intelligence that we bring to the table, recognizing, understanding, managing emotions, the quality this quality can definitely be instrumental in developing strong interperson relationships. Okay,
Mhm,
we are relationship builders. We develop, cultivate relationships. We are problem solvers. We
mhm,
always try to resolve things, so that's another quality that we bring to the table. And then of course, balancing priorities, the win factor, what's important now. So we are, because we that's what we do by nature. We
right,
balance, especially when we have the mother roles and all that. We have to balance, like, you gotta still wake up, eat, change pampers before you go do 50 other things for the
right,
day, like you say, the octopus.
right.
Okay. um by embracing our female leadership qualities, organizations can benefit from more inclusive and diverse workplaces. So I had to get this because I like that question. When I seen that question, I was like, I need to do this one. And I wanted, and it's enhanced innovation
Mhm,
and improve problem solving capabilities. Our
mhm,
problem solving capabilities
that part.
are unmatched for men. All right, because we gonna figure it out. We're gonna, dot a I and cross a T, in that. So, and then authenticity plays a crucial role. Y'all know I'm a stickler for being authentic.
Mhm.
When you are authentic, it demonstrates transparency. It demonstrates realness. Um, and it helps us a better approach when time to make decisions. It's
Yeah.
a better approach. Just your overall leadership style, and
Right.
then building trust. Building trust. Authentic leaders are honest. They're transparent and consistent.
Mhm.
And consistent. Okay, so trust is the foundation of any relationship.
Mhm.
So definitely in the workplace and in leadership, and definitely
Mhm.
inspiring others. And that's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell for me.
Thank you, Queen. That was like very thought provoking, thought out. And I hope that people are out there taking notes to this because, listen, this is a woman who has a franchise. So I hope that you guys are taking notes. Listen, if you're going to copy the cat, copy the best cat. That's what my OG
I
name
like it.
honey. So, like, I'm just saying, might the same field, but like, if she got the blueprint and she's giving it out to you, please take notes while you're if you see me looking down or whatever, that's what I'm doing. If you see me looking to the side, I'm typing it in, honey. So, in your opinion, what roles? Oh, well, listen, you tapped into it. Like the questions is you're answering the questions as they're coming in. But we have someone says, yes, we are here. Yes, thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Eric says, it's like the song you started from the bottom and now you're
Now
here.
we're here. That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Yes. In your opinion, what role does authenticity play in leadership? And you were speaking about that. You said you're heavy on the authenticity part. I think like when I see
Heavy.
you're never changing. You are who you are. It fits, you're not coming any kind of way. You're not trying to put on a mask. Like this is who you are. And that's what I think is very important, especially to get the people to follow you, is you have to be your authentic self, especially when we're in like social media worlds and everybody's trying to portray themselves to be something that they're not. It's just it's
That's right. Resilience, just acknowledging your mistakes and
mm,
vulnerabilities, acknowledging, just being resilient, and just again building trust. You got to build trust and being consistent. That's the authenticity plays a major role in leadership. Like, I don't know, for me, I want my leader, I want to be able to trust them. I want to be able to know they're a real person, that they
mm,
do make mistakes, that things do happen,
part.
but yet they keep going. That inspires me to keep moving and keep going. Being a role model, just being a role model, setting a positive tone, and that's what I definitely strive for. I
Mm,
strive and I do my very best.
all the
Even
time.
when my affirmation is, I think positive, positive things happen. Like, this is what I
I
do,
like that.
being very, very positive. It's important when you got team members. Team members to me are like children, and not in a way that they don't know nothing,
Right.
but in a way that they all have they're people, so they got different personalities. So
Right.
you have to be balanced and be able to control your emotions, be authentic, be real, be consistent, be trustworthy. All
Mm,
right, so that when you identify and deal with these different, like your kids, deal with these different personalities, you can come in a way, because you can't deal with them the same way. If this one is very let's say angry, and
yeah.
this one very sensitive, then the one that's angry, you want to approach them in the opposite, that from them being angry. The
Right.
one that's very sensitive, you want to approach them a little bit calm and a little bit like, I know you're sensitive, but I'm going to give it to you like this, and I'm going to take, but you want to give it to them direct, but with a
Right.
decent tone.
Right.
So they're very sensitive and they'll take offense, because
Mm,
offense is something that you take. So again, you want to be the role model. You definitely want to be a role model. So basically, it's building trust, it's inspiring others, and cultivating open communication, which is very important. Cultivating open communication, and definitely just being authentic creates a positive and empowering environment. It just creates a positive and empowering environment.
Thank you so
So
much, and thank you, Miss Atkins, for saying, "Hey, beautiful." Yes, that's my mama. Oh my God.
she
Hey,
said,
mom.
"It's my baby." I love it.
I was going so fast. I'm like, that's my mama. I'm like going so fast, wasn't paying attention. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. And you speak about that on your morning show a lot. And when you were just speaking, the word that came up for me is accountability. That's been a
Accountability.
word that's been coming up for me so much. And
Hmm.
I've been learning, because all we know is what we know. And sometimes we think what we know is always right. And it's like we got to take a step back and look at ourselves in the mirror. And it's like, no, like it's a whole world out here. And so I've been taking a lot of accountability lately, but I haven't been, I used to be afraid to face that, and to really face myself and take accountability. But I'm taking accountability, but I'm also not afraid of the outcome. Whether
Right.
somebody stays or goes, I've also learned effective communication when communicating boundaries.
Hmm.
Well, because saying, "Hey, I don't like that," I don't say that anymore. I say, "Hey, when you do this, it will possibly make me do this. I don't like the feeling that I get when I
Yeah,
can't say you
I
make
know
me
exactly
feel
what you.
this way because you can't make me do anything. This is,
Right.
it's just, but when you do that, but I'm communicating this to you that I'm feeling this way, and can you please not do that?" And
Right.
if you continue to move in that space, not trying to compromise with me and not trying to bring those triggers onto me, then we can move forward. If not, then it's like, okay, you're not a healthy to be in my surrounding, a part of my crew, a part of this movement that I'm building. So I really appreciate the morning shows because you talk a lot about these things, and I'm just grateful that people are listening in now and they're able to get a lot of this information from you.
Awesome.
Let's continue. Yes, we got a few more questions to go. It's getting juicy, baby. People are saying, "Ah, thank you." And
Thank you.
my mom's like, "You're beautiful too."
You.
And let's see. How can women embrace their natural elegance and grace as leaders without feeling like they have to conform to male-oriented leadership styles?
Again, being authentic, just being yourself. Just be real with who you are and embrace who you are and do you and lead. Be you and lead. Like I said, leadership was not nothing that I chose. Leadership chose me because it was just natural. It's
Mm,
just who I am. And when people hear leadership, a lot of times they think leadership, it has to be hard, it
right.
has to be tough, it
Mm,
has to be cutthroat.
right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I lead, and I remember, and a prime example, me being in network marketing industry, we do a lot of meetings and a lot of events. And I remember, being in a company, and back in 2014, the very first event they had here was major. And they asked me to put it together because I lived here in Atlanta. And I put it together, but the way I put it together, I still incorporated some of my church principles. So I got a whole bunch of volunteers, and I didn't get these volunteers didn't volunteer because I was mean and aggressive, or I just had a whole bunch of money. They volunteered because I knew how to make them feel.
Mm,
It wasn't what I knew, it was how I made them feel. So they was just like, "What I need to do, coach? What I need to do?" And I would say, "Well, I need you. And when the leaders come in from out of town, I want you to be their armor bearer. Come on. I
mm,
want you to be." So I actually set the tone. So when we had this meeting, we ended up having it at a hotel. We had so many people at that hotel, so they had to call the fire marshal. It was just that, but they didn't even believe it. And
mm,
then I had the volunteers dressed a certain way, and I had them, and I didn't give them instructions by yelling. I didn't give them instructions because I pull rank, or I pull, matter of fact, I was even family to one of the richest ones in the company, and I still didn't pull no rank, none of that. And I just was able to just ask and just say, "Hey," and let them come in, because I knew how to make people feel like a real person, and like they're doing something, like they're adding to a problem solving, and they like that.
mm,
So natural elegance and grace, It's something you can't buy, something you really can't learn. It's just something, it's a lot of that. Well, you can learn it because you could be inspired by somebody who has it. And then you could say, you know what, I want to practice that, what they're doing. But a lot of times it's just who you are. So be you, be elegant, be soft. Like I tell my team now, I say it's soft girl era.
Mm,
Okay. And then
mm,
we ain't gonna be yelling, cussing, going. Listen, I'm gonna say what I mean what I say, and it's just how it's gonna be. If it's not gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna cut it off
mm,
and keep moving, you know. And that's just like, and even with dealing with the males, same way. You know, women, it's an issue because we're beautiful. We are a woman, so men will come at you a certain type of way with a whole bunch of game, a whole bunch of this, when they're really trying to, do something totally different. But you have to be able to recognize. That's why I go back to the Bible. That's why I go back to God, because you got to be able to listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit within. You have to be able to discern
right.
when they're coming at you sideways. But
Mm,
building
mm,
natural elegance and grace
yeah,
is in you. It's just who you are. Okay. And you don't have to lead hard, cutthroat, and
right.
be mean and sabotage people. You just be yourself.
That part, I like that. I like that, and that's why you are who you are. Mm. And next question: what are some practical tips for maintaining boundaries and managing stress while pursuing your entrepreneurial goals?
The first thing I would say is prioritize you. Self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make self-care a non-negotiable
Mm,
part of your routine. I
yeah.
learned that the hard way. In my younger days, I was basically just going, going, going. I had the skin looking crazy. I'm just moving. I'm doing everything for everybody else but myself. And I
Mm,
realize if I don't have self-care, meaning I don't get enough sleep, or I don't eat properly, or I don't
mm,
even move my body like I'm supposed to, it's just gonna crash. And that's what happened. I was moving, 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 and because I'm young, I was youthful then. I didn't even feel it, but my body did, and it crashed on me. So
mm.
I immediately knew then, okay, I'm glad I went through this so I can help somebody else.
That's right.
Self-care is very essential. You got to, engage in activities and even just relax. I did a call on one of the show. I said you have to unplug to
Yep.
play. People say you got to plug and play, but you got to unplug to play. Sometimes you got to do something different. For me, I was doing taxes, and I, y'all have a truck, and I was doing
Oh.
some other stuff. Child, I said I want to just watch uh Netflix today, or I
Right.
just want to go on my phone and play a game. I want to play solitaire. I just sometimes you have to just unplug, get your mind from all of that. That's right. So you have to take care of stuff, and then set clear boundaries. You gotta set clear boundaries. I mean, oh my goodness, that's probably one of the most challenging parts.
It
Is
is.
being a woman, because you so caring, and we could be so loving and so nurturing. So
Hurt
you
anybody
got,
feeling.
yep, you got team members, you got coworkers, or you got staff, or whatever the case may be. You got to, or just your clients, or just people that you're dealing with on daily. You gotta set clear boundaries, like especially if you're an entrepreneur, define your working hours. Like, don't call me 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm,
You know, communicate these boundaries. You got to let them know. Listen, my hours are. And guess what? That too. You don't have to do hard and yell and be mean. Listen, I'm unavailable. People know me close. Anybody know me anyway. They know by 10 o'clock I'm shutting down. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just set clear boundaries. They know I'm up early in the morning. I'm a morning person. So I
mhm.
believe a virtuous woman rises early. So I get
Yep,
up early in the morning,
that
and
part.
I'm moving and grooving. By 10 o'clock, y'all done did 10 things.
Yep.
So in the morning, because I get up early. And also, it says maintaining boundaries and managing stress. That's why delegating and outsourcing is important. That's why executing your strengths and hiring your weaknesses. Okay.
Mm,
I remember I have my assistant. Well, my payroll girl, I brought her in because she knew Excel better than I did. She could do the payroll part. Let me execute my strengths. Let me get the money in. Let me get the clients in. Let me get that. And then I need you to balance this out and do this for me. So,
mm,
and then of course, and delegate properly, and outsource some stuff. You just need to outsource. Prime example. Would you, if you have a building and your grass need to be cut, would you get out there and cut it yourself?
No,
Or would you outsource and get somebody to come cut the grass?
that part.
Because for three reasons. One, I'm not getting out there cutting no grass and and you gotta get a lawnmower. Two, time that I'm out there cutting grass, somebody else, I could have paid somebody $40-$50 to go out there and cut that grass while I'm in there making
More money.
$100.
That part.
Right? Sitting in there. And then three, why would I just outsource it? Why would I sit out there and do that and get itchy and all that stuff and put it in my lace? In my lashes? I'm not doing none of that.
I'm done. I'm so done.
It's period.
She's I'm such a lady. She's like, I'm not taking away from my femininity for nothing. It's like
all.
Nobody is cutting anybody's grass.
And then maintaining boundaries and managing your stress. And this is for me. Learn to say no.
I'm learning.
Oh my God. You have to learn to say no.
Queen.
Because you have set realistic expectations with your people, your clients, your guests, partners. You have to say no. You got to just say no. Some things that you're not just, when you learn to say no, this is what helps maintain the boundaries, and it definitely keeps stress down.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Stress down. You got to learn to say no and be happy with it. You be good with the no. Because sometimes we'll say no and be like, I shouldn't have said no. Mad with me. No, because it's about you. You got to still have self-care first.
Yeah.
It's about you. And if they really care, and then time management. I learned that I was late to everything. I was late. They knew I was going to cut it. I was so late. They said, you're going to be late to your funeral. But as I began to get older and take business serious, and I realized that if you're not disciplined enough for your business, you're not going to show up on time for other people. How do you expect people to show up on time for you? You have to show up on time. You have to be on time. That's why I was on time tonight. I text you and said, are you ready? You understand what I'm saying? Because this is a principle that I practice. And you have to practice the principle to participate in the promise. But I wasn't always like this. It was funny. I learned this. It's a learned behavior. This was trial and error. This was bumping walls myself.
Right.
And so now I'm able to give a hand up to my younger ladies, my younger entrepreneurs like yourself, and tell them, no, we're going to be late. Because if you be late for them, people going to be late for you.
That part.
You understand what I'm saying? Show up for people. Show up for people. And but saying show up for people, create a support network, meaning surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Listen, it was fun when I had my businesses, and then I could still go around my friends, and we used to sit on the porch and laugh and joke and talk about nothing. But that wasn't elevating me. That was keeping me. No, I need somebody that I can learn from. Or that we're on the same page. So iron sharpen iron, and we finna make this money. How much you finna make? I'm finna make that. We on fire. We like, girl, what we doing next? Like, okay, live, you doing your show, girl? I'm finna do my show. I posted did StreamYard last year. I'm finna do you just inspired me. I'm finna get on. Tell my daughter, because she set that up again. Delegating assignment. StreamYard. My 32-year-old daughter, I'm gonna have her show me StreamYard.
I'm here too if y'all need any.
Okay, awesome. So that's what I'm saying. But you want to be around like-minded individuals. So I want to be around a La. You want to be, because La is making things happen. She's doing things. So again, create your support network, like-minded individuals, people that sharpen you. I don't want to be the sharpest knife in the drawer.
That part.
And I was that in my circle years ago. I was. Girl, Larissa no, or Larissa got the car, or Larissa got the apartment. When I'm in my younger days, no, I don't want to be that. I want all us to have the apartment, or all us got the house, or all us that. I'm talking about my younger days. I got a house now, but you know what I'm saying. And all us got that, and some of y'all got more than me. That's what I want. I need that. That you want to be around like-minded people, and law of attraction. You attract it once even if you don't have them now. And anybody that's listening on the call, if you don't have those type of people, like-minded. You just keep pushing. You keep personally developing yourself. You keep going, because you'll begin to attract that. They'll see you. They'll
Yeah.
see you. When you go different places, they'll feel you. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transferred. So if you walk in a room and while you're going to these events, they're gonna be like, "Hey, girl, you what do you do?"
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll just know it's something different. It's something amazing. It's something fantastic about you. And then, of course, you got to have stress management. Get you a massage. Go get you some take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your facial. Go get your back crack. Go get your like really just take care of yourself. Like just sometimes just get buy you some machines at the house that put it like there's a little chair thing you can put on your couch and just lay your head back and just let it massage your neck and just practice those and then take breaks and vacation. Okay,
Yeah.
I went on my 7-day cruise this year. I'm telling you, take breaks and vacation. That's why you work hard so you can play hard. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And challenge yourself and make it a gift for yourself. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna put my head down. I ain't gonna do nothing for 3 months.
Right.
But give yourself a goal and a prize and say, okay, but when I lift my head up and I put my head down for these 90 days, I'm going to Mexico. Okay, I'm going on a cruise or I'm going to Vegas and I'm going to stay for about 5 days so I can relax. So, give yourself a reward for what you do. You don't have to look for it from somebody else. Do it for yourself. Do it
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. So take breaks and definitely we got to focus on self-control and just celebrate what you achieve. Sometimes we working and doing things like celebrate. You're doing this every other Wednesday. You're being consistent. Celebrate your achievements. Celebrate the fact that you stepped out on faith and then because consistency is the key. Before you look up, you got thousands of people watching your show. Now they asking you they need you on a network. Come on, somebody, they need a network. They need lot on a network, and I just seen it in the spiritual realm. You will be on a network, law. So accept that and agree with that one. You will be on a network. So just basically remember, maintaining boundaries and managing stress is an ongoing process.
Don't have
It's
me
an
on fire.
ongoing. It's
It's
gonna.
like
I
it's like
feel
a good one
network
here for
the
me. I
net.
don't know if you was here to like I know you're here to motivate a lot of people. That's why like God sent you to me. And but you motivate me too.
Hey, man. I heard God say network. I'm seeing network. I'm seeing networks. Networks gonna pick up
And
what you're
it's
doing because you're doing it with a spirit of excellence. I know it when I see it. I'm telling you, you're doing it with it, and don't stop. Don't let anybody tell you what. No, this is how you set the tone. Ha! Come on, you set the tone. This is how I do it. This is my production. This is how this runs.
yeah.
You're either gonna be a part or you're not.
Ooh, Lord.
So someone else is waiting.
Mm.
Someone else is waiting. All right. So basically, by prioritizing your well-being, you'll be better equipped to navigate the entrepreneurial journey successfully.
Whew, I received that. I received that. I received that, and I'm grateful to have you here. And I hope that people are receiving the information that you're giving because to me, time is very precious. Queen,
Yes.
time is very precious to me, and I feel like when somebody, um, I limit my time now because it's very important to me. Because I have a goal to hit. I don't have time for people to waste my time, and like we're here. I'm here to conquer, do what I need to do, and leave some footprints behind and help people that need to be helped. So this is a space to educate the race, and I just hope that people are taking these shows seriously. Sometimes I'm on here and they see me bubbly, giggly, and everything, but like the people that I put on, they're very important, impactful people, and I hope that you guys are taking their information very serious. You can look back on episodes that we've left, whether it's somebody teaching you about success, whether it's somebody teaching you about life after divorce, whether it's somebody teaching you about being fiscally responsible. Take everything like, take notes. Okay. These are people that
Yes.
are people in their life and they're sharing the things that they get paid to to stand on platforms and talk about. So please
Yes.
do so. And I'm so grateful for you today. I really am.
Thank you.
We
I'm
got ooh. All right. So we have oh my goodness. Let me see. We got one more question. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, why can't we have more? What advice would you give to women who are just starting out in their entrepreneurial journey and are looking to embrace their feminine leadership style? Here
Well, the
we
first thing I would say is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Have confidence in your abilities. Believe in your vision. Because if you don't believe in it, who gonna believe in it?
go.
Trust you got what it take. You have exactly what it take, and surround yourself with a positive support system. See, that's the problem. We'll put ourselves on an island alone, or we'll get around people that don't even care. All right. But surround yourself and then embrace your strengths. Y'all know the Bible. Y'all know I always go back to the Bible. It
Mm,
said your gifts make room for you. So
amen.
embrace your strengths, embrace your gifts, know what it is, and recognize and embrace what you have that's unique. Leverage them, get paid for them. All right. Get your passion is your paycheck. I say that all the time. Express your expertise, emphasize it, emphasize on what you do best. Okay. And then, of course, seek mentorship and support. We all, there's somebody that went before you and did it before you. There's someone out there that can help you in your journey. Everybody, including me, we all need a coach. We all need a mentor. So seek mentorship and support, and build a strong professional network. Build a strong. Now I'm rebuilding mine. I'm in the process. Y'all know I'm transparent. I bathe in Windex. I'm in the process of rebuilding mine. I'm so grateful because on this weekend I'm actually headed out to a partner of mine. God is so good. Your name will be mentioned in rooms that you ain't even in,
Mm,
and my name was mentioned, La,
mm,
and uh,
mm,
and it's
mhm.
my name Larissa, so they used to call me La too. So that's funny, but
Nice.
uh they my name was mentioned, and I'm going to Africa in February.
Woo!
TED Talks. Come on, somebody. TED Talks, and
Let's
I'll be
talk.
co-hosting with a young lady named Michelle, who is the first Black female CDO school. I brought on the show before. CDO school owner,
Mm,
CEO in Georgia.
wow,
And we'll be going to Africa, but we're now branding together, and
nice.
she's speaking in Texas this weekend, and we're going to Texas this weekend, and
Wow.
um, we're gonna be speaking there, and so y'all gonna see a lot of movement. And then we got another engagement next month, and another one in December, in January, then February we're off to Africa, and then we come back. So you just got to keep going and keep moving and grooving it, but surrounding yourself with like-minded people,
Yeah.
building your strong professional network. And these are things that I spoke. These are things that I put in the atmosphere. These are things that I prayed about, and it'll come to part. So I said some key things. Speak it, write it down, say it, and pray. And
Mm,
then 5, expect it. Expect,
mm,
and it begins to happen. It begins to happen. So how that happens is we got to overcome self-doubt. We got to overcome the negative thoughts that's in our head that may say, well, you ain't got that many people on, or you've been doing it this long. Well, girl, you might as well stop and shift gears. The devil is a liar. I'm going to keep going until God say so. I'm going to keep making it better and better. Matter of fact, I'm just going to get the right guest with influence. I'm
mm,
going to do that again. All right.
mm.
If I would have knew how to share this, we would have had some more people on here. Trust me. So again, but
It's
next
still
time,
gonna
if you
be
bring me
online.
back,
It's
if you
still gonna be
bring me
online. Share the link.
back, we finna close now. But next time, I'm gonna be better equipped. All right. So again, if I didn't have an emergency early, but guess what? That emergency still did not deny me from being on the show tonight.
No, that's right.
Okay, I said no. We just gonna make it happen. I got my son with me. Y'all don't know if y'all hear my grandbaby out there.
No.
That's my son. I said, could you watch our grandbaby while I do this show? And he said, yes. So look, but I was willing, if I had to have her on my lap, I was going to do this show and not let you down, because you asked me and I said yes. And I
Mm,
have to be accountable and responsible.
mm,
And that's so, again, develop a strong support system. And then, embrace your failures. Embrace your failures as a learning opportunity. This is a learning opportunity for me. Like now, the next time I do something like this, I need you streaming. I need to stream. I need people to see so they can follow you and they can see what we doing, because this was amazing. I didn't just help you, I helped myself. Come on, So, and that means if we helped each other, that means there's so many other ladies, so many other people out there that needed the same as help that we needed. They need what we got on tonight, so we want to spread it. So the question, back to the first question, did I choose leadership? No, leadership chose me, because that's just how I feel. That's just my natural. And then of course you want to definitely network with other, like you're doing right now, other women entrepreneurs. Connect with other entrepreneurs who walked in a similar path. Look, I got a show, you got a show. Come on, somebody. We already practicing the principle to participate in the promise. All right. So stay resilient, remain passionate about your goals, write it down. My computer about to die, but we about to get off in a minute anyway. About your goals and trust in your abilities, and embrace the journey with enthusiasm and determination, and never give up.
Never give up. And listen, tell them your name and where they could find you again.
Again, I am Dr. Larissa Barclay. You can find me on Instagram at Authentic Larissa Barclay, and right here on Facebook, Larissa.Barclay number 2. And that's where I am. Or you can go to LarissaBarclay.com. LarissaBarclay.com. And if you need a coach, hey, look me up. I'm here to help you.
Yes, and thank you for coming on the show again. Let's give a hand clap for our guest today. Listen. If you didn't grab anything today, I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry for you and anybody that you had watching with you. If you didn't grab any notes, just go back and watch the video, because everything is going to be on Apple, Spotify. It's going to be on Facebook still and YouTube. So luckily for you, right? So I really don't feel bad for you, because you can always return back and watch it. That's why we leave it on those platforms. But listen, it's your girl La. And it's a wrap for another episode of Whatever You Say. Hopefully you enjoyed the conversation, learned something new, and even had your perspective challenged in some kind of way. If you're hungry for more, tune in every other Wednesday for a brand new episode. But we're going to switch it up. I'm having another episode next week with my boy Hakeem Telefero, where we talk about soul ties. And that's a show that you don't want to miss. And if you love what you heard tonight, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Yes. We appreciate your support, and it helps others like-minded like yourself to come and find our show. As always, it's your girl La, and we're tuning out. Be blessed, stay curious, and keep exploring. It's Whatever You Say. Bye.